Greetings, members of Species 5618. I am designated 3 of 5, Primary Adjunctive Unimatrix 01, and you are welcome to Let's Play Under the Skin. In our last episode, we completed Faroe Island, and today we're going to tackle this stage, Pranksylvania.
Get ready to enter Pranksylvania, where the dead walk the earth, and the drinking water smells vaguely of feet. Be especially careful of death in Pranksylvania, because if he possesses you, you won't be able to shake him. Even if you disguise yourself, and only one hit from his side will turn you back to your alien form. If death is after you, your only choice is to use a holy circle to break the curse. Only the Holy Circle's divine light is powerful enough to exorcise death and his evil minions and can get you out of a tight situation. Lastly, the panic time here is Death's Day Out. And when panic time starts, Death, who normally spends all his time hanging around graves, will be free to roam the entire area, and then you'll really be in trouble. I hope you're ready, kid, because you're never gonna wanna watch another horror film after this.
You know, when I was a kid, my parents went through a phase of calling me 3 of 5, like, because I have 2 younger sisters. And before that, my childhood nickname was Blue Elf. Now, I mean, normally I'll say I blame the parents about absolutely everything. Like, it's an offhanded catch-all, I don't even care response. But, well, in this case, I genuinely do blame the parents. My parents, specifically, because between getting referred to as a Borg drone and that one guy from Gauntlet, is it really any wonder that I turned out to be a huge sci-fi and video game geek? No. No, it absolutely is not. Anyways, no, we're playing Pranksylvania now, and we're on the same team as the other guy, which actually makes for a nice change, and we have to get to 500 coins between us. So, I have to pick up 300 coins to hit 500, because, well, as you've seen, the AI isn't the brightest in this game. And I think I'm actually going to go grab a priest, because panic time's coming up, and even if it isn't, it's nice to have the ability to move quickly. Though, of course, I have to mow the guy down without mercy, first of all. Of course I do. Ooh, rocket launcher. Hello, opening fire on a crowd. Except it's okay, because those guys are zombies. Anyways, I'm going to go and change. And I'm going to go do it at the furthest respawn point that I can. This way round, that UFO will reposition itself closer to the main body of the stage, meaning that my companion and I will have another handier UFO, spawn point, whatever, when panic time rears its ugly head. And I have no idea what zombie I just scanned, so let's hope it's a good one. Let's hope that if I assume that persona, I'm able to change back into a priest by the time panic time rolls around. Alright, come on, Death. Stop staring at the pretty swirly things and come get me. There we go. Right. So, the whole point with the holy circles is that is not meant to happen. That's me being an idiot running into a tornado. I guess I should have paid a bit more attention and running into the pretty swirly things. And I think I'm going to explain panic time just as soon as I go and change. Because realistically, you're going to want to be a priest during panic time. Because, well, as the intro says, they're the only ones that have the holy circle. So, come on, Death. There we... Oh. Come on now. Oh, but it does let me show off the exploit that I was talking about. You see how our partners dropped a stack of blue coins? Those do not count as a deficit to our overall total. So realistically, it's possible to just go around pummeling the other guy, make him drop all of his blue coins, and win by collecting those. Except we dropped a stack because we got hit by death. And then another one again. I'm good at video games today, you guys. I mean, of course it figures that one time I find a priest, he doesn't have any weapons. You really need to find a disguise. Addendum, a disguise with weapons. Okay, that'll do. Oh yeah, by the way, it's entirely possible to attack Death and stun him for a few seconds. I mean, literally a few seconds, as you've seen. Because, well, I didn't last long before going right back to my blue squishy self. But, do you know what? It's not going to be an issue now. Because, it doesn't matter how many versions of Death are chasing me, Afro Priest is on the case. Yes! Take that, you bony electro puff. I kick ass for the Lord! And yeah, so as you've noticed, they do keep following you after Death's day out has finished, so you're gonna need to be a priest at some point in order to exorcise the demons. Man, so, right, when I was younger, my friend Chris, he did the best Southern Preacher Man accent that you ever did hear, right? And it was kind of hilarious, except that at one point, an actual Southern Baptist fellow did visit our church, like part of an evangelical tour or whatever. He very quickly got mad at Chris and I because what we were doing as caricature, he was genuinely doing that. And do you know what? It was pretty hilarious to me. So yes, as you've seen, Pranksylvania, it's a bit of a tricky level because you also have to balance out how you play. Because on the one hand, you have the priests, who are very fast and able to cast out many instances of death in one go via the holy circles. But, I mean, that's all they can do. On the other hand, you've got the electroencephalographically challenged. They're quite a lot slower, very likely to fall under Death's scythe, but they're the ones with the best weaponry and, I mean, farts, as you've seen, because, you know, this is Japan, and there's demographics, and apparently farts are hilarious. Whatever. You've also seen the hula hoop weapon. I absolutely love the hula hoop weapon. And I don't know why. I think it just cracks me up to see, you know, priests or zombies hooping incessantly. Alright, come on, you guys. Attacking Death tends to get his attention, as well as you would imagine. And then you just run along to the holy circle, wait for them to turn up. Am I going to do one? No, I'm going to do all three. There we go. And that lets you pick up a whole load of coins. And have you seen how much ground we've covered in, well, not a lot of time? Like 30-odd seconds, however long this panic time has lasted. That's pretty great. Although with that said, I mean, I know it's meant to be a holy circle, but look at that. That is a gigantic, glowing pentagram, isn't it? Am I the only person who sees that? Oh, hey, funny story about that, right? My first word was pantograph. I mean, I mentioned it back in whatever bonus video I did, like, it's the metal construction on top of train carriages that connects them to the overhead wiring. And when I was doing A2 level English class, we were talking about language acquisition. We had to talk about our first words, you know, mama, dada, whatever. I said mine was pantograph, and one of the girls, not the brightest button, assumed me to be the Antichrist from that point onwards because she thought my first word was pentagram, which meant I was evil. And, right, the worst of that was her stupid, stuck-up hangers-on. They agreed with her, and I was largely ostracized because somebody didn't understand English and also their own religion. Yay! So, you know, while we're here, I've got to say this level also reminds me of Thriller. You know, because zombies. I don't know. By the way, one of my life goals is to have Vincent Price following me around, narrating my day in rhyming couplets like at the end of Thriller. And, I mean, I know that Vincent Price is dead, but if there is one person you would expect to come back as a vampire, it's gonna be Vincent Price, am I right? You ever see Vincent Price's cookery show? It is the weirdest and most amazing thing in the world, because it's Vincent freaking Price teaching you how to cook pastries. Ah, whatever. This Robert Stack looking bloke let me win. Is that Robert Stack? I don't know. Whatever. We win. So, join us next time for more of this. And until next time, resistance is futile!